Hey, good afternoon, y'all. So we are in our 52 Hebrew words of the day, and our word of the day is Ayin Tovah, which is a good eye. Do you have a good eye? So Jesus once said, if your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. And that's in Matthew 6:22. He wasn't giving his audience medical advice. Jesus was using an idiom, a figure of speech, that his audience would have understood. In the same way that we understand idioms in English, like beating around the bush, or the cat's out of the bag, or he can't see the forest through the trees. Jesus' audience understood what he was saying. You see, to the Jews of the Bible, someone who had a good eye, Ayin Tovah in Hebrew, was a person who had a reputation for looking out for the needs of others and being generous to the poor. On the other hand, if someone had a reputation for being greedy, self-centered, and blind to the needs of the people around them, they were said to have a bad eye. In fact, there was a Jewish saying at the time, whoever has a good eye, a humble spirit, and a modest soul is a disciple of Abraham, our father, who enjoys this world and inherits the world to come. The state of your eye was a picture of how generous you were toward the people around you. But to have Ayin Tovah required a life of consistent generosity. There was and is a difference between doing something generous and being generous. As Andy Stanley says, generosity is more than random acts of giving. It's when you're consistently generous that we have Ayin Tovah. I wonder how the people around you would describe your eyes today. Would your friends and neighbors say that you have a good eye? Or do you have a reputation for serving the people around you with a generous heart? So I also think of pull the log out of your own eye. There's a lot of people that like to do things in order to be noticed. These are those that sit up in the finest seats in the synagogue and they make sure that their giving is in front of somebody, or that everybody always knows that they're giving. And that would be a bad eye. That would be doing that for your own self-gratification. But are you giving as the Lord has called you, not to let your right hand know what your left hand is doing? That if you see somebody in need, do you have to think about it, or do you just give to help out? I hope that this helps you today, and I pray that you have a good eye, or Ayin Tovah. I say this in Yeshua's name. Bye-bye.